What's going on, guys? Hey, all right, we are back. We are live. We are ready. We are ready to try some new heroes today. Thanks for joining me for the 12th Deadly Decks playtest here on Yao Taub. Happy to be here with you guys today. Very excited because we've been playing with the same three characters now, same three heroes now for quite a while. It's been like weeks trying to get these guys just right, and I feel really good about it. I feel like we finally got it. Ashmar is inept at using torches. Kira loves to almost die for her team, and Rowan is a kind gentleman who likes to not really get involved in any kind of way that may be negative for him and his little heart. So we're going to pick some new characters today. I'm just going to drop this in my Discord server because I still don't have anything set up for making AI announcements, which I know in this day and age, really. Let's see, testing out some new heroes in Deadly Decks. How are you guys doing today? It is Wednesday, March 4th. It's wild out here in this world. But here it's going to be nice and chill. At least for us, not for the heroes. Sorry, heroes. You have hero things to do. You're heroes, so you kind of have to. Do one more thing here. I'm just going to post a couple more things, and then we'll be ready to get started. Let's see here. One last post. Posting to LinkedIn, which I know sounds like so weird, but I don't have a job, so why not? A lot of people on LinkedIn are like getting very upset about the fact that people keep posting like social media content. What are you gonna do? All right, I think we're ready. That's it. We're ready. It's probably. Hey, there's my crew. There's my crew. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesdays, my dudes. What up, Furry? What up, Raven? Manual Carl bot. Yeah, it's the Curtis. It's the Curtis bot. Oh no, what? Furry, what's going on? You're so stressed and there's not water and your head is super hot? That doesn't sound good. By the way, is the music really loud? Because it's loud for me. By the way, super exciting. Maybe super exciting. I don't know. Could be super exciting. But I am streaming in 4K, guys. Because maybe that will make the screen clearer, like we've been talking about. I don't know. It doesn't look like it did anything. Spent a lot of time this morning. Sounds like high school all over again. Is this clearer, guys? Is this even clearer? It looks a little clearer. Blender is stressing you out. Oh no, like a real life Blender or like the 3D modeling Blender? Let's see, the real test is these numbers here on these cards. I'm waiting to see. One thing I am happy about though is I was worried that if I did this 4K stream that like suddenly there'd be like frame drops or like lags or stuff. Seems to not be the case. Seems like it's okay. Nope, it's still really, well, it's better, right guys? It is better. Is it better? It is better. It's a little better. I do think the numbers in the health bar, yeah, it is better. You can read the bottom text. I think it's maybe these numbers, just in general. These numbers need, like, I gotta go back and redesign this a little bit because it is still pretty challenging to read some of the numbers on there. And the health numbers should be really easy to read. Should not be a challenge. Guys, we gotta pick some new heroes today. So what are we gonna do here? Let's see, we're gonna graduate Ashmar and Rowan. Look at them, these guys. Graduation day has arrived. And Kira, I want to try and like keep a little area of people who have been battle tested. We'll put them over here. You guys who are battle tested, you go over here. I'm going to keep them over here for now. I'm actually going to save that because we'll keep it that way. It is better. The numbers just blend with the black borders sometimes. Yeah, I think it is better. You guys can definitely, I mean, I'm looking at the stream. You can read the bottom text really clearly now, but these numbers are hard to read. And you know what? Admittedly so. I mean, look at this. This is really hard to read, this 16 on bucket, right? That's like, it's really challenging. But yeah, okay. Better. Improvements. Things are happening. Good things are happening. All right, so we have effectively like brought these three heroes to a point where I feel like we don't have to play with them right now. We got to move on to some other guys here. We're not going to do any magic dealers, no sorcerers, because magic, like I said yesterday, if you guys were not here, just in case, magic is a whole different thing. They actually get a book of spells and they level up based on their magic stat. And their spells get better, and they can find other spells, and then spells have souls, which you collect souls from monsters, and then you spend them to do spells. They're supposed to be very different than the regular other battle heroes. And I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for all this jelly. I don't think I'm ready for this jelly yet. I think we're going to do Bucket. Bucket needs work. And maybe we go with Eris. Maybe we go with Oren or Simeon. I got to admit, I have an idea for Simeon, and I think I want to do it. I think I want to do Simeon. Sorry, Oren. I love you, babe. Love you. But not for today. Simeon has these chains that I've been trying to get right. She had my Goku card. No, but I should. I should. That was really great. And also very Ashmar. All right, guys. I gotta admit right now I'm a little, like, not too, what would you call it? Like, I'm not too hyped to do this with these new characters because it feels a little bit like the other characters were really good. I knew what I was doing with them. We were just making like small changes to them. And now we're kind of like right back at the beginning with like, these guys are broken. Like these guys are going to be very broken. This is going to be like, we're going to try and play this today. And I'm almost certain I'm going to get like fed up with these heroes and their kits pretty quickly because they just don't really do anything, and they're going to feel very much like the old version of the game. You can see already, like, they're pretty basic compared to the other ones. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll do it. We'll do it. This is our new crew. Welcome to your class of March 2026. Welcome, students. Look to the left. Look to the right of you. Both of you will die, most likely at some point over the next coming weeks. And then you will be re-risen to die again. This song feels very much like I'm giving graduation commencement speech to my heroes here. Okay, let's talk about how these guys are supposed to work. I am going to turn it down just a little bit. I don't know if it's too loud for you guys, but it's a little too loud for me. My little ears can't take it. I'm like, you guys are going to die. And I'm like, my ears, it's music too loud. Music too loud. It is. Yeah, you nailed it, Raymond. Doing something unfamiliar, which changes hard, but you got to get through it. Yeah, it's like I feel like it could be nice to just, you know, what we had was so fun, Ashmar and all of them. But we're gonna move on. Okay, so the way these guys are supposed to work. Let's start with Simeon. Simeon, again, this is an old kit. I mean, he just does a critical +1. You know, that's pretty weak sauce compared to what we've been doing now with these heroes. The heroes have like real personality to their unique abilities. But he's a little inspired by God of War. He's a prisoner. His whole thing is he's a prisoner and a gambler. And he gambled and lost. And when he lost, he was sent to an arena to fight. And he did. And then here he wakes up with his chains, you know, broken. The idea with him is that he's going to have these chains kind of like on his hanging off. And then maybe he's using them as 2 whips, right? Furry said, if Bucket is too powerful, you can make it so he has 10 to 12 health. And you have to roll for defense or attack. And if he's too bad, he attacks and lowers the damage he takes. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Raymond, a little God of War. It didn't start that way. I mean, James drew these chains on him. And sometime last week, boy, that should be his ability. Boy. Speaking of, did you guys see the picture for the new God of War show? Just keeping my fingers crossed. Just keeping my fingers crossed. But it did not look good. Kratos looked like he was taking a dump, honestly. His face was like ridiculous. And it has that whole thing that these shows do now where, like, you know, they're like supposed to be people who are battle tested, who have lived in the wilderness, and like Kratos has like seen battles that like humans could never even fathom. And yet he has like no scratches on his like leather. The leather is like brand new and not weathered. Yo, what's up, Fist Fight? Hey, came back for number 2. Sam Wise is here. Yeah, what's up? How's everybody doing? You know, I'm just going on one of my typical rants. We've selected new heroes, and it's going to be a very different playthrough because these guys are broken. They are very broken. They're from the old design of the game. They're pretty broke. But we were talking about God of War because Kratos in particular, because Simeon used to just have a blade, a sword, but now we're gonna go in this direction where he's a little bit Kratos-like, a little bit Blades of Chaos, where he's a gambler and a prisoner. And he had gambled his life on a big bet. It didn't come through. He got sent to an arena where he had to fight. And when he got away, he used his chains as whips to break free and get away. Oh, thanks, Raymond. Yeah, guys, like the stream. Is it subscribe here on YouTube? I got to get used to the YouTube vernacular. The war was so bad. What? He ate his fist? It ate his fist? What? Sam, thanks, man. Yeah, I like this card a lot too. So we're going to be developing these 3 characters. Simeon, here's the thing that I'm trying to get with Simeon. So I had this idea. He has these chains, and I told James about this, that what if his thing is he gets to roll 2 dice. I really don't know how this is going to work, guys. It's just like a wing and a prayer right now. There's no like, oh, I know how this is going to work. It's just that he has 2 chains like the wrapper, and then you roll to attack with both chains. And just making my point right here is that instead of him getting critical hits when he gets like the critical hit, he only gets a critical hit when he does both of them when they match, because he's a gambler. Right? So I was like, again, I'm just kind of like following the little breadcrumbs my muse is just like so generously putting out for me. No, his outfit. They ate his outfit. It's great. They ate his outfit. I love it. I love it. Furry, never change. So this is the idea with this guy. I'm thinking it has something to do with if you like roll doubles, his 2 chains like stun, like they like, you know, stun the creature. So maybe this would be a stun. I don't know. I don't know how this is. He's going to be, Simeon's going to be sponsored by FanDuel. Oh my God. Why can you not escape gambling commercials at this point in life? I'm like, oh God. Like I thought like medical commercials were the worst, you know, back in the day. And like, wow, Viagra got nothing on FanDuel. I'm like, dang. Okay. All right. So that's what we're trying to do with this guy. Simeon should feel, my thing for Simeon's archetype is that he should feel gambly. If that's a word, he should feel like you take a lot of risks with him. He's kind of like a Han Solo kind of character. You know what I mean? He's like, don't worry, it'll be fine. And like, when it is fine, you kind of know that like he didn't really know it would be fine. He was just kind of like hoping it would turn out that way. He's like that kind of guy. So he doesn't have a great kit right now. He just has a shield and a sword, which like we're getting rid of the sword for sure. He'll get these chains instead. Eris is Eris is a Eris is an assassin, right? Yeah. Yeah, Eris is an assassin. She starts with an assassin's blade. Again, these powers are like very basic. They were based on like what we were doing initially. Normal Gamba games never got you, but the gotcha games did. Yeah, I have a soft spot for gotcha games. Yeah. Eris is supposed to be like an assassin. So she has this like on critical restore 1 health. Again, these are like really old versions of what we thought would make a really cool character. A lot of these are like uniquely based. What I love about the characters that we just finished with is that they all have the ability to do things for other characters, which creates a real sense of like team effort. And I really like that. So I want to try and get back to that. Furry said, no, depending on the people I'm talking to change, lol, but it could be silly Furry and then no talk staring at the star. Staring at a star 224 light years away from us. Those are your 2 vibes. The Assassin's Blade it does 1 damage. If the hero's total is 4 of speed, this is the speed stat, so 4 or more, you can attack again. Not a fan of this. You know, just feels like there's no strategy to it. It just increases its damage at a certain point. So this weapon needs a little bit of reworking. There is an advantage if the hero is the leader. You can do 1 damage to a creature at the start of an encounter. My problem with this one is it doesn't scale well. What happens late game? Maybe that's fine. Maybe this is meant to be like your starter Pokemon. And then you just, you know, you dump Pidgey at some point and get something better. Yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. And then Bucket is this guy's close to my heart. I really love Bucket. He's supposed to be like an automated training dummy who has been magically protected and sent on a mission. He's a little bit like Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, except he doesn't speak, as far as I know. Actually, I don't know if that's canon or not. Maybe he does speak. He's gonna be pretty cool. I do know what we're supposed to do with him. Let me see if I can find it here. We have a card. It's not done yet, but the idea is he has some magical shield and he has very low health. So maybe we can even just do this right now, because I think this is a good way to get our day started, because I really don't know how to play this just yet, because these guys are kind of broken. So I'm gonna make a quick card here, and I'm gonna update Bucket so that we can actually try Bucket a little bit and see how he would work. His whole thing is he's supposed to be like a glass cannon in a way. He has a magic shield, which is like maybe 10 points, and then he only has 4 health. And the magic shield, as long as you never break it, like it never gets cracked down to 0, at the end of an encounter, it will refill back up again. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but sure, like why not? Let's give it a try. Metallic sounds can be how he speaks. Yeah. No, he'll be like Bumblebee, which was the most random choice ever, to make Bumblebee just speak in like non-IP based conversational TV shows or radio. I really never understood that decision for Bumblebee to, like, I don't know, like speak as if he's like a DJ from the 80s using like vinyls to be like, yeah. That's so corny. And then their rationale for it was like his voice box like got toasted or something. What was that? And like there was no reason for it. I don't know, maybe in the Bumblebee movie they explained it, but I don't think so. I think even in the Bumblebee, oh no, I can't open it because my scratch discs are full. Don't you hate it when your scratch discs are full? What we gonna do? How we do this? Oh, I know what to do. We'll just do a little bit of this. We'll just do a little cheating. We're gonna do cheating. We're gonna go to the card front. We're gonna get Bucket, and we'll fix him. He had 16. I think the plan is to give him 5, maybe 4, 5. I have many types of friends, many who would hate each other, so I have to change. You have to change what? You have to change like who you are as a person? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give Bucket 5 health for right now, though I feel like it's probably not enough. My instincts tell me this might not be enough for him. But we're gonna do it anyway. Not trying to make these cards final too, just so you know, like if they don't look really all that great, it's okay. We're just trying to get it to be playable, and then we'll make the cards nice later. Fortunately, James will be an artist. He'll be an artist. He'll be an artist because he likes being an artist, and he'll make sure it looks really good. Oop. Okay, let's put this back underneath. All right, so Bucket has 5 health, and then he's supposed to have this shield, which I think we can make one of these and put it in the game. We go in the tabletop simulator. We'll just drop in a Bucket and call it 01. And that one's in there. Now let's go ahead and open up a little item snack, a little snacky item. Get one that looks like simple to replace, like this one. And then we can copy this image and put it in. This is not probably going to be final art because I don't know. I don't know. We're just making it up. Whoops, I messed it up. Oh, I'm like totally messing up the image. I've been messing up the image the whole time. God, Photoshop, like sometimes when you want to do universal scaling, I feel like I just never know with Photoshop what it's going to be. I'm like, bro, what is it? What are we doing here? Do I hold shift? Do I hold alt? Do I hold alt shift? None of the above? What is it? Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this in, drop it up top, and then we should be able to just do a little facelift on here. There you go. Come on through. Come on. Come on through. Come hang out. Here we go. I think that's it. Something like this. This might be just like Bucket's own unique shield. That's we're debating whether or not Bucket gets his own, like, yeah, that's your card, bruh. Like, chill. You get to have this card all by yourself. And we're gonna call it Magic Barrier for right now, because I don't know what else to call it, but that's what we're gonna call it. And it's different from a shield. That's kind of the main point here. It's not a shield. What does Bucket eat? Nothing. He's an automaton. He does have stories though, so maybe he does talk, because we oh no, he doesn't talk. That's right. He doesn't talk. Currently he is a non-speaker. Oh, I made a mistake here. These are supposed to be magic, what was it called? Barrier. Let's see if we can push these together a little bit. Okay. Let me grab that purple color. And then we'll put that little outline on it. No? You're not gonna let me? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. There we go. Magic barrier, and then we'll just cover up some of that text. Right here. Just cover that guy up. And look, there we go. It's a fresh little card. Looking good card. Okay, Magic Barrier should have like a shield symbol in the corner, I feel like. Let's see if we can find some of these shields and grab one. They should be in here. Where's a shield card? Items? Is it in here? No, it's not. I definitely made a card that has a shield icon on it. Let's see, maybe it's in cards. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We'll grab this one. So we'll just grab this. That's not going to be final either, but we'll use it. Edit, paste into place. And then grab all the pink and remove it. Well, that doesn't fit. That's unfortunate. Wait, is this even centered? Is Magic Barrier even centered? Bro, do you even center? Do you even center? Really bummed that doesn't fit. Maybe it's too big. Tell myself lies. I tell myself lies to make it fit. There we go. Right? Right, guys? That's, yeah. Here we go. So we got this guy done. Now, his Magic Barrier, I don't know. I don't know what the right number for this is. 10? Let's start with if he has 5 health and then we go with 8, that makes 13. Maybe the Magic Barrier has 7? 7's like not a very nice number though. It's like very, it's not like a good round number. Maybe it's 6? 6 and 4? That only gives him 10 health. Except it comes back after every battle. I don't know if this guy's gonna work. I'm really nervous about this guy. This is a... I mean, they're supposed to be specialists. You thought You thought I was 8 hours ahead of you? Why, what time is it where you are? Yeah, I don't know how this guy's gonna work. Because, I mean, the specialists are supposed to break the game. That's their job. They're supposed to be the guys you play when you're kind of like, I don't want to just like do the same thing over and over again. I want to do something different. But, you know, they can't break the game in such a way that the game is like literally broken. Should I go full corporate shill and put in a 6-7 character? I love that like things that are cool and funny turn into things that are like, you know, get the new Bank of America millennial credit card with 6.7 APR. And then it shows like kids in like like Pokemon stores. Like, I love that. That's like, I hate it, but I love when things that are like funny and relevant and trending. I love that moment when they jump into like corporate marketing. It's my favorite thing, man. It's so great. It's so great because it's so bad. It's like, oh my God. If they haven't done a 6.7% interest rate for a bank or something, get 6.7% points back every time you buy Pokemon cards at Target. All right. We do have to put a little thing on here that says, could this be a turn? Could this be a turn? Maybe Bucket doesn't turn. Maybe the shield turns. Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of that? I try. I try. I really try. It's all I can do here. What if, okay, the initial idea was that Bucket, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the initial idea was that Bucket, you turn Bucket, you know, you toggle him. Well, I gotta come up with a better word than toggle, but you toggle him and then creatures only attack Bucket, and he was supposed to like take like a lot of damage, but then, you know, no monsters could hit anyone else, which I still do kind of like, except now that we have Kira with the ability to use a shield to shield someone else, I kind of like that better. Not that they can't overlap, but this is kind of the exact same thing. So that's why I'm trying to like lean away from the creatures only attack Bucket when you toggle him into like protect mode. Although I do really like it though. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. It's okay, Kurt. We'll figure it out. Kurt, just relax. We're gonna figure it out, I promise. But maybe this magic barrier gets turned on. You know? It's on Tinder and it can be turned on. What turns on a magic barrier? Stream gets weird. Everyone has left the chat. What? You don't want to talk about things like what turns on a magic barrier? Then just leave. You were never here for the right reasons to begin with. You were never here for the right reasons. Okay, we're that running joke where I get canceled. I always get canceled. Furry said shields could work like gives only the person holding it less damage while they can attack with sometimes single-handed. Yes, yeah, this is true. We have this. That's how Kira works. Kira has the two hands card side by side. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but that's why there's the two slots. So we will have cards that are full two-handed weapons, in which case you won't be allowed to have another card to the, you know, next to it, which means you got to give up something. But yeah, so I'm procrastinating because I kind of don't know what to write here. It's okay. We're all allowed to procrastinate a little bit in life. Let me see here. If we click on this and we do a little jazz, we do a little jazz routine and we get rid of that. Let's go ahead and let's call this oh jeez. Oh no. Hey, I mean, will it sell? If we can get that to happen plus a little bit of the 6-7, I think we're gonna have something really good going on. All right, let's see. We put him. Heroes finding out the strat. Tape your book to the shield and cast spells with the other. Tape your book to the shield. That's really funny. Wow. I gotta write that down. I gotta write this down. That could be really funny. Like, if it could fit narratively in the universe to have like duct tape, and you're allowed to put, could you even, I don't even know. I'm just gonna put it down because that is really funny. Very duct tape to put two single-handed weapons together? Question marks? That could be really funny. Or some way of merging two weapons could be really funny. All right, let's hit this up here. I don't know what we're gonna call it other than, I don't know, shields up. Just call it like shields up or something. I'm not worried about the narrative lore right now. We're just trying to get it in here. Shields up. Let's give it a little bit of color and then put the stroke on it there. And then we can raise this up and we can at least get a little bit of the card feeling. Child's up. I feel like that's like not the right. Yeah, I think when I use this font, I actually make it a little smaller. And I don't know. What do we say? We say exhaust this card to absorb damage. Reese, man. We're gonna just do our best here. This is gonna be a little bit of a mess. All right, let's see here. I want to try and get this a little bit right. Just a little bit right. Yeah, that's pretty close. But I think it's not regular, it's medium. Yeah, here we go. Then we turn this on. Okay, so we exhaust this card to absorb damage. Oh, nice. No electrical work today? Or are you just done with electrical work completely at this point? Exhaust this. Can you guys believe how much groceries cost these days? It's kind of wild. Exhaust this card to absorb damage. Shield. Remove all damage. End of encounter? I don't know. I guess so. Exhaust this card to absorb damage. I think also too I can put 3 lines of text, so I think I'm a little limited here, and I'm not supposed to be. Oh yeah, throw out whatever you're thinking. I love to hear. The duct tape was a great non-idea idea. Exhaust this card. Exhaust, we don't have to say this card, we can get rid of that. Exhaust to absorb damage. Discard if shield equals 0. Remove all damage at the end of encounter. Okay, I mean, this is all right. For now. Yeah, I was watching what was this one TikTok last night where this guy was like, we've made all the music there is to make. We need to start learning about farm vehicles. It's like, this is great. So here for this. So here for this. All right. I'm gonna try and just, text is probably a lot smaller than the other stuff, but whatever. I don't care. We're just putting this in as a test card for right now. All right, so we'll see how this works. I just want to throw this in. We'll call this bucket barrier, and then we'll give it, we'll drop it in. I don't know if we're gonna play anything today because it feels like already this kind of took a lot of time just to get this stuff up and running. Let me see here. Gonna go, this thing has like a weird way of working. Tabletop Simulator has this weird way of working where you have to upload your images to Imgur. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I don't think I've ever actually pronounced this website in my life. But you upload your cards to Imgur.com, and then you grab the location, the web address, and then you can put it in the game. And you can do a local one, but then you can't share it with people. So, you know, I share the game with James, of course, so he can play it too, and we can get more play tests. But like, yeah, you can see like you have to upload them to Imgur. What? Is this a Roblox game? Wow. Those are those guys you work with, right? Okay, so to fix Bucket, we have to make a new card. Now you guys can see why I was kind of like not so excited to work on this part of it. Wow, that's wild. Hit 3.6K. Wow. Wow. Wow, that just like freaked me out. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Really? Did they show how they made it? These guys, they don't need it back. It doesn't matter. Import it. There's our new bucket. Look at this guy. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and... Can I change this one? I can already change this one. Great. So let's give him this magic barrier instead. Actually, I'm going to copy this because I don't know if we have more of these. Okay. And then we come here and we're going to just change the face. So now he's a little different now. He has a magic barrier, and this is pretty cool because that means also too, it's kind of interesting, I didn't even realize, the Knight's Shield, or a shield in general, would actually be what you were talking about before, Furry. This is a two-handed, right? So hold the flail and then the Knight's Shield, and then you can't hold anything else. But because it's a magic barrier, it's actually an item because he can use it whenever he wants. So therefore, he actually has a free hand, which he does have a free hand in here. He actually doesn't have a shield in his card art. Okay, we'll just put this up here in case we need it later. I mean, this is the fun part. They posted about it on our Discord. It's called Trading Empire Beta. It isn't amazing, but it's functional. Yeah, but also 3.6 concurrent users. Wow. Yo, can you send me on Discord? Can you send me? Oh, it's called Trading Empires. I can find it. I'm just curious. Like, what did they make? Okay, so Bucket. Good old Bucket. Feels like we got a little progress on him. I do want to just, like, you know, let's just do a couple rounds of combat and just see what happens with these guys and see if we get any more ideas out of them. Eris is going to be one that I feel like has the least, you know, she's like a, she doesn't really have a lot. She's a little bit of a blank canvas. Like, she's obviously an assassin, but her stuff doesn't really have a kit, like a theme to it. She's fast, I guess, you know. Use social proofing to make him think every part of game making is fun. All right, let's go ahead and try a quick battle. We're gonna put Eris as the leader because she has this sword that does 1 damage at the start of the encounter, so why not? And then Simeon, we're gonna just pretend that he has his chains. And man, let's just do it. Let's just play and see what happens. I don't care. 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 Okay, let's see what happens. Let's bring these guys up here. And I'm just going to draw a basic event until we get one that has like creatures. Great. Sunken Fields. We draw 2. And then the party leader's speed is -2. So Eris has 0 speed. So right now she's actually slower than Simeon. She's stuck in the swampy footing. I don't think that makes a difference right now, actually. So I gotta fix these guys. I gotta put this on my list of things to do. We gotta fix the Sulkers. Fix Seekers. They're supposed to be rats. Make them rats. And also add secondary attack patterns to all cards that need it. All right. I'm gonna put that on there because, like, these guys, who knows? We don't know. Now we got to make it up. In fact, actually, let's just get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. From what I found, you have to be an intermediate dev at least to make a game. Many kids come complain how Lemonade doesn't work since they don't have any basic knowledge. We had some people come to Roblox just to try out Lemonade AI. Yeah, I feel like that's how AI is. This is this weird thing with AI because there's going to be a beginner's gap. Like, I use AI to code this sleep app that I'm making. Hopefully it'll be done soon for mobile. But, like, if I didn't know how to code, I wouldn't know how to get it to do half the shit I'm getting it to do. So, I don't know. Like, part of it is like, okay, well, yeah, AI can do things, but you also already have to have put in the time to know how to do things. So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Probably eventually that maybe is going to get ironed out where you just press a button and you get what you want. But I don't know. How could you? Architecture is so nuanced, how you architect things, or how you know how to do things, you know? I'm thinking of this example that I have right now, which here, I'll show it to you guys. I've been working on this. I've been working on this sleep app, right? And I'll show it to you. Let me make actually, let's make the screen bigger so you guys can see it. Isn't this fun? I gotta get my Stream Deck thing up and running so I can actually do this easily. What is it? Full cam? Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, wow, look at that. It's because I didn't set this up for 4K resolutions. But check this out. This is what I'm talking about. So this is what I've been making. Ooh, let me hide behind it. It's called Scroll to Sleep, and it's gonna help. It helps people fall asleep. It's actually already on the App Store. I made it 6 years ago, but ChatGPT was like, "Hey, if you're looking to generate revenue for your family and help build your business, you should go fix this because it's not monetized and it's been getting downloads for the past 6 years." It has like 5-star review. Anyway, side note. Those are all side notes. Check out this transition that I did. Trying to get it so you guys can see it. Is that right? Is that right? There we go. So check it out. So it's hard to see on here a little bit. Like you guys just saw it, but it's hard to see on here. I'll do it one more time. It's really cute. Down at the bottom, there's a little piece of grass with a fence, and the sheep are flying past it. Each of the sheep have a little number on them. The way I made that, though, like, the way I made that is that I know that if I take an image that's twice the size of the height of the screen, so, you know, this is the height of the screen right here, right? If I double that down to here, it will keep the center point of that image right here. So what I do is I make an image that's twice as big as the phone. The sheep are on the bottom, like curved like this. They're on the bottom. And then I had ChatGPT like write code that would just like rotate it so that the image rotates up and then rotates back down again. Like if I didn't know how to do that already, which honestly, I could have programmed it myself. I'm not saying that ChatGPT isn't useful, but like I've programmed that stuff before. That's how I know how to do that stuff. And like how to get the tweens properly and how to get the fade ins and fade outs, how to make it expose the easing types and the duration time and the delay time. My point is just like, I couldn't have told ChatGPT to just be like, hey, make a transition where sheep like come in from the top and then they leave after, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it would make something, but it wouldn't make that. And I don't know how you could tell it to do that. Do you understand? It's like charades. It's like in charades. It's like, how long would it take me to explain if that was my creative vision to explain it? But because I know how to do it, I was like, look, I have an image that's twice the height of the phone. It's pinned to the bottom of the screen. I want to be able to do a 180 rotation. It also ran into a bug because the way that tween engines work, when you tell it to go from 0 to 360, tween engines initially by default will send something to the fastest route, which means it won't move because 0 and 360 are the exact same thing. And if you have something that's like at 180 and then you tell it to go to 360, it will probably go back this way, not forwards, because it just does that. So you have to know that that's how a tween engine works, because I hit that bug and I wasn't even worried. I was like, I hit that bug and I was like, oh, right, I forgot. You have to tell it, use your current position and add 180 degrees and set the do tween library to, I forget what it's called, but it's like a setting where you say like, effectively like, don't take the shortest route, just keep going. But if I didn't know that, I don't know, like how do you make that? You know? How do you make that at all? Yeah, I should put the text up on the other screen, Furry. No, it's only on this one. Anyway, I'm hoping to do some dev on stream a bit, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, my point isn't that AI is useless. It's not that. It's just that there are certain points that I get to where I just wonder, like, but I don't know, how would you make that if you didn't know? So either our standards of like our human as human beings, either our standards drop considerably to where that is not nobody cares for anything like that. Like they just are like, just do a hard cut. I don't give a shit. Like it doesn't matter to me. Or it's not that, and AI still like requires people who are skilled and know how to do really cool stuff, which I think is probably true. You know, AI wasn't able to make a spinner frame that has fake spins, then spins to the correct spot. You had to make it yourself. Yeah, right? And you probably had like a prompt that was like getting longer and longer every time you tried to get it to do it. And then it was like kind of getting it, but just not getting it, you know? So it's interesting. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's do a couple quick rounds of Battelle and give these guys a shot. Let's see. I'm a little hesitant to use them because I just feel like they're broken and there's a lot of things I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to do it, guys. It's going to be fine. All right. We're going to go ahead and use Eris the way that she currently is built, which is you get to do a +1 damage to a creature at the start of the encounter. I will do that to the Seekers because they have 4 health and they have the mob ability, which is that their damage is their health. So it's like you know, how many of them? This is a card I really love because it's like that's how many there are. There's 4 1 health little creatures. So when you kill one of them goes away. You lose 1 health. You lose 1 attack, which I think is like pretty fun. So this guy's down to a 3, and then we get to do stuff. So currently, let's try Bucket. Bucket's thing is roll twice. If total is 3 or more, do 3 damage. So we take these guys and we could just roll both of them. And if it's 3 or more, do 3 damage. So this guy's dead already. Seems OP. Flail seems OP. Am I right, guys? That seemed a little like what? Also, it kind of feels like the flail was already what Simeon had going on here. So that's a problem. Simeon was going to have these 2 chains. He's going to have 2 chains. And I didn't really figure out what his power abilities are. I guess we'll just do it. We'll just go ahead and roll it again. So I don't know what his thing is. I mean, if they were 2 different chains, then each one can do its damage separately. Maybe each chain does 1 damage unless he fails. And then if he gets 2 fails, that's when he gets a... Maybe his thing is he takes 2 misses because he's gambling, right? So I wish I could set these. Oh, rotation value. Here we go. Maybe. Okay, that's fun. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. So his thing, it could be if he gets 2 fails, he gets 2 fails on him, right? Because he's like a gambler. So if you get both of those, he really screwed up. He's like, his chain whips are stuck and he can't break free. Something like that. Simeon looks like Freya's brother. That's true. I remember that guy from God of War. That's funny. By the way, buffing everything by 2x makes room for nerfing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've made a bunch of Roblox games. Nothing recently. I was doing Gunball, actually. I was doing a lot of Gunball development. And then I don't know. That game needed a lot more work. And then I kind of dropped off because I just didn't think it would. I didn't know if it would do well. But let's say you get 2 of the same. Maybe he does 2 of these to a sulker. That could be kind of fun. You were trying to find them? I mean, I made the solitaire game. I think it has like 2 million or 3 million visits at this point. That game was hard to monetize though, and it was hard to grow it. We spent a lot of time doing updates to that game, and we really thought that that game was going to pop off at some point, but it kind of didn't. I haven't checked in a little while. Let me see. We couldn't get the ratings to go up. I don't know. This game, yeah, it's almost to 3 million. 2.8 million. But, you know, this active 52, you know, would go between 52 and 80. And then we did these massive updates to it, and it kind of just stayed there. Like, it hasn't really grown substantially or in a way that I could even spend time on it. But, okay, so let's say I'm feeling this. This could be a fun thing to test. If he gets doubles, he does damage, and he also applies 2 like weakness tokens to whatever he hits. But if he gets 2 fails, then you get 2 misses. And what happens if you get a 1, a 2? You get a 1 or a 2. Thanks. Yeah, check it out. It's great. It's a great game. It's like, honestly, I thought it was so clever. We finally built all these worlds that you can go to, and there's people to like beat in the worlds, and you get cards when you beat them. There's like a space world. There's a candy world. I love that game. That game was really fun. We just couldn't get it to like break past its initial. I'm going to write this down because I don't want to forget, and this could be really good for next time. Simian chains. I would actually say for the flail too. The flail feels OP. Remove double roll. Yeah, maybe. I don't see why you would roll the flail twice. That's a leftover remnant of how Bucket used to be. Bucket's whole idea was that he was supposed to have this wind up. Yeah, he has a wind up. So you roll once and then you roll again and you like crank it up, you know? But I don't feel like it's there. Yeah, the solitaire community is smaller, and not everyone wants to give solitaire a chance to learn. Yeah, that's true. It's a hard game to learn. It is really rewarding. Like when we had our stats are crazy. Like 42-minute play times from people. But yeah, we thought that, you know, okay, like we kind of knew like solitaire probably would be a smaller audience, but that, you know, people would like dig it, they'd play it, and then it might grow. But I mean, this has been over like 2 years now, and it hasn't really grown. If anything, it's like lower than it used to be. It used to be like 70 or 80, and now like even just checking it right now, it's like 50, which like granted, it's like a Wednesday afternoon. Might be just not the best time to test to see when the people are in there. Okay, did I write all this down? Oh yeah, we did. I think we did. Did you end up collecting a lot of data of best rounds? Yeah, we did. The winnable rounds? Yeah, we did that. Yeah, basically what Raymond's saying is we were doing this thing where we're getting people to play the game, and then when they would win, we would log that deck as a winnable deck. So that way we could give people who are playing like knowable winnable games so that it wasn't so like difficult to like lose all the time. Yeah, we did all that stuff. Yeah. It's tough. I love that game. It's really fun. It's a really fun implementation of solitaire too. But, you know, that's the risk you take. There's no solitaire games, or there weren't when we were making it. Now there's a couple. But yeah, it's challenging. Okay, I'm getting distracted here. Simian chains. Here's how the simian chains work currently. Roll 2 dice. I'm gonna just say each one does 1 damage right now. 2. Roll 2 dice. If 1, 2, or 3 crit, then 1 damage for each die. Then if you roll double fails, Simian takes 2 misses. I don't think he takes a miss if he gets 1 though. Maybe? Should he still get 1 if he rolls 1? Let me move this up so you guys can see it. If you roll double of any number other than fail, put 2 misses on creature and apply damage. So you damage them and then you put the miss tokens on them. And then if you roll a 1, 2, or a 3, you get 1 damage for each die. If you roll doubles of any number other than a fail, actually, you know what? Maybe we just put, if you roll a double of any number other than fail, put 1 miss on the creature and apply damage. And then if you roll double crit, put 2 miss tokens, 2 miss on creature and apply damage. If you roll double fails, Simian takes 2 misses. Does he take a miss if you roll 1 fail? Take 1 miss? That one I'm not sure. Questionable. This is a lot of rules though. I like it, but it's a lot of rules. But you know, we'll try it out. We'll see. You think the tutorial has to be better? Interesting, Furry. Hit me with the real. Why? Please give me feedback, because I would love for that game to be successful. That lobby that I designed in that game, I love that lobby. The lobby in the solitaire game that I made on Roblox is so cool. I really love that game. That game was really fun to make. Yeah, I mean, this could work. There's a lot of room here for rules, actually, now that I think about it. So if I gave him his chains. Oh, that's right. The other thing I was gonna do was give him 2 chains. So he has 1 chain and then another chain. And then, do I do that? Yeah, that's possible. That could be fun. Does Simian have 2 separate weapons? I don't know, maybe not, because that'd be kind of like redundant. Yeah. And then we were gonna do something where they're breakable. You can't just get rid of them. Can't get rid of them. Must be broken. Oh, these are a lot of rules for him. I feel like I have a lot of ideas for him. Not really for the other guys yet, but he has a lot of ideas. So if I were to do this with him and we rolled it, we get 1 epic, 1 hit. That's just 2 damage. So that would be 2 damage to the Sulker. And then Bucket already rolled, but I wasn't a fan of him. And then she gets to do 1 damage. Just gotta figure out her thing. 1 damage, so she does 1 damage to it. And then it's going to attack back. It hits Eris for 1. We remove the token for healing. So would it really be if I wanted Bucket to take the damage, he would attack and then do this and this? I don't think you have to exhaust this. I think you just choose to use it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. You're not gonna exhaust 2 things. That doesn't even make sense. I don't think you have to exhaust this to make it work. Oh, we could just do this. Bucket. No exhaust on magic barrier. Make it instant instead. All right. All right, we got some stuff. We got some good stuff going on here. That was a lot of fun. You know, 2 million might not seem like much, but it matters a lot. Do you mean like for the... Oh, wait, let me see. The text slowly pops up and jumps place to place, making it harder to read and too much at once. Maybe it's my brain right now and it took too long. Interesting. All right, Furry. I'm going to take a look at it. I'll go check it out today. Maybe you're right. Maybe the tutorial is just like, meh, who wants to play this? You know, and we're not able to keep new players. But yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, look, this was pretty good. I'm gonna clean up this table and save it. This is a good start. This is a good start. You guys can see, like, it's not like yesterday's playtest. Like, yesterday's playtest felt like we're cruising. We get to try things. There's fun stuff happening. But we are definitely starting from scratch or close to scratch with these guys, where it's like, before we can even play it, it's like we got to kind of have some fixes to things. So I'm going to be thinking about these characters over today and tomorrow. Maybe I'll have some ideas for us to try out. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, look, thanks for hanging out today. I'm going to be back on tomorrow, same time. I'm going to try and make this 11 to 12 slot, 11 to 12 Eastern time. See if I can lock it in. We'll see after this week if it works. But thanks again for hanging out, everybody. This was so cool. I'm glad you enjoyed the 4K Curtis Wow, first time ever. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Curtis Wow. Ow.